But my interview was so good. Like, the Twitter team got impressed with my journey and all the story. Like, they said that this is one of the best interviews. I was a very, very big introvert, but like, YouTube channel gave me the confidence of, talking to a camera in public.
Nana, you were talking about him having high hopes, and you were telling your mom कितना time spare पे आने वाली है.
CSS sucks. CSS really, really sucks. I cannot hate CSS much. I personally don't like Bangalore at all. Like,
it was one of our interns' birthday, and उस दिन we called her कि do this, do that.
दिवाली पे काम करा यार अपन.
Yeah, दिवाली पे भी.
I have this contradictory thought कि भाई, if you have no basic skills, तुम एक fresher आए हो, पहली internship तो भाई unpaid करने में कोई problem नहीं है यार.
Okay, so you're learning web development from Udemy and you're building TweepsBook side by side. So that's how it started.
Yes.
Wow, that's brilliant actually.
Hi everyone, I'm Naina.
And I'm Pooja, and you are tuning into the FuelEd Unfiltered podcast.
So today, we have a 22-year-old serial entrepreneur, former co-founder at TweepsBook, and one of my best friends, I guess, Ansh.
Hello guys, how are you?
We're good. And by the way, guys, Ansh specially flew from Mumbai to Delhi for this podcast, which means he's jobless.
Clearly.
How are you liking Delhi, Ansh?
So since Delhi is like अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा. Like, I'm a person who enjoys chaos, and like, old Delhi is like full of chaos, so I'm enjoying it very, very well.
But I'm sure Mumbai is also equally chaotic.
हाँ, so like I like both of the cities, but अभी Delhi में एक ही दिन हुआ है, so I really don't know how.
Yeah, Delhi is so cheap. You can get 6 rupees की roti. That's what he said today.
6 रुपए का नान आया था, मैं खाया था.
You're trying to be diplomatic. इसको definitely Mumbai ज़्यादा पसंद है, but sure.
Yeah, Mumbai भाई.
Yeah. Tell us a bit about yourself though. How did you get into this building and everything, and how are you liking it so far?
Sure. So I'll start from the initial journey. So, I come from a business background. My father owns a hotel as well as a factory. So always the dinner conversations was always around, how it is interesting to build businesses, the conversations around, profit and loss or what new ventures to start. And that got me into this particular, journey of entrepreneurship. During one particular dinner conversation, he casually mentioned that how difficult it is for him to, hire blue-collar workers. This was late in 10th standard during 2017, right? And I just got thinking, okay, this is something that I can work with. So during that time period, there was this huge craze of, creator economy and creator, stuff. So I started working on my YouTube channel as well, because I had this whole, plan laid out that I'll start a YouTube channel in 10th standard. Continue it for first, second year. I'll get enough money to, start my own game development studio, and then, get some money from there. And eventually I'll focus on towards my big idea. All of that didn't work out, but I'll continue. So,
Multiverse TV, right?
Yeah, Multiverse TV is a YouTube channel that I started 2 days before my 10th board exam. So that was the scene. 10th mein chalu kiya my YouTube channel. I produced a lot of content. The content was mainly focused around my interest. So, my interest about how to start a YouTube channel. So I used to create a tutorial videos about how you can start a YouTube channel.
I watched your videos.
How you can, create intro videos for that kind of stuff. Apart from that, traveling, tech related content and all those kind of stuff. Multiverse actually comes from that particular space. So multiverse, means multiple universes, right? So multiverse as in multiple types of content. So multiverse.
Yeah.
A lot of people actually confuse this with, Rick and Morty का multiverse वाला जो था.
Okay.
But I didn't know what Rick and Morty was. तो भाई लोग मेरे से पूछते थे तो मैं उनको बोलता था कि भाई I don't know what Rick and Morty is. I used to, मेरा joke बनता था, but regardless. So yeah, I got into, entrepreneurship, and मेरा फिर JW का coaching भी चल रहा था. So I do feel that somewhere, getting into entrepreneurship and not fully focusing into JW wasn't helping me to crack my IIT exams. But regardless of whatever it was, I just talked to a lot of folks about this workers wala stuff. So wo sab hua. I got into NMIMS Mumbai. It's management plus engineering kind of college. It's a great college. So regardless, I got into first year. First time I used to go to a lot of events like this, startup meetups, entrepreneurship meetups. Regardless, started building my network from there, and that's where my YouTube channel comes in. YouTube channel wasn't growing anywhere till now. I don't have even 1,000 subscribers, and I have produced more than 250 videos, and 250 videos में से I have deleted more than 100. But since it was not going, as per planned, what it helped me do was build my confidence, talking to people on podcasts, or, pitching to multiple people. I was a very, very big introvert, but like, YouTube channel gave me the confidence of, talking to a camera in public and like, crowd के बीच में बात कर रहा हूँ मैं कैमरा से, like, जोक बनेगा. Did it when it was not very popular, right? तो किया काफी कुछ क्या. मेरे पास लैपटॉप था, it had 4 GB रैम, ठीक है, और 2.5 किलो का लैपटॉप था वो, जो पुराना 30,000 रुपए का आता है. मैं यूट्यूब वीडियो एडिट करता था. एडिट करने में मेरे को 1 घंटा लगता था और रेंडर करने में उसको 2.5 घंटे लगते थे, ठीक है. और अगर रेंडर ढंग से नहीं हुआ, एडिट ढंग से नहीं हुआ, तो उसको वापस से एडिट करके पूरा करना पड़ता था. तो पूरा दिन जाता था. तो पूरा एडिट करने के बाद अपलोड किया और फिर बाद में 5-10 व्यू ऐसे आते थे. तो ऐसे कर करके मेरा एक वीडियो वायरल हुआ था जिसके 10,000 व्यूज आए थे. अरे इसका भी एक इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी है, राइट. सो यूट्यूब का जो पहले सीन था, इट इज मोस्टली अबाउट मोनेटाइजेशन. तो पहले कोई क्राइटेरिया नहीं था. यू कैन पब्लिश वीडियोस और डायरेक्ट
There
एड्स.
was, I guess, 4,000 watchers
हाँ,
and
वही आई एम
1,000
कमिंग टू
subscribers,
दैट. हाँ, तो उसका पूरा क्या था.
Yeah, oh my god, I forgot about that. It's been so long that I've.
And अभी recently है ना, they reduced the criteria from 4,000
they?
hours to 3,000 hours and from
Wow.
1,000 subscribers to 500 subscribers.
Oh, so
Easy.
did you make any money from your YouTube channel?
पहले कुछ नहीं था, तो मेरे 2 वीडियोस पे $2 मिले थे, बट यू कैन ओनली कैश आउट व्हेन इट्स $100, राइट.
Oh damn.
हाँ, तो ऐसा सीन था. तो बाद में जब $2 आए तो उसके बाद में चेंज हो गया कि भाई 10,000 व्यूज चाहिए. मेरे 3rd या 4th वीडियो took my channel to 10,000 views. जैसे 10,000 व्यूज हिट हुआ, नया आया कि आई नीड 4,000 सब्सक्राइबर्स एंड 4,000 वॉच आवर्स. तब तो भाई मैं बोला छोड़ो भाई, ये होने वाला नहीं. बट आई वाज डूइंग दिस. आई हैव एक्चुअली बिग ब्लॉग, अबाउट हाउ I started this channel and like the main reason it didn't take off primarily because my motivations were wrong, right? मेरे को खाली पैसा कमाना था. I didn't wanted to become a creator as such, right? मेरा main motive was था to build my own distribution. I didn't create it because I did create it just because मेरे को चाहिए था. I didn't create it because I was very, very passionate about that kind of stuff. I was, envied by the success of Technical Guruji या 5-minute craft या Mr. Beast, right? Because like कौन देखता है ये सब फालतू कंटेंट भाई. मेरा एजुकेशनल कंटेंट है, लोग वो देखने चाहिए, दैट काइंड ऑफ स्टफ. So yeah, it didn't work out, but I used to produce content about unboxing my, gadgets that I produced or where
Yeah,
the other
I've seen
place,
your
yeah.
YouTube channel.
So any other places that I used to go or stuff like that. So I'll cut down because काफी कुछ है. So yeah, first
No,
term,
no, please feel free to narrate.
हाँ.
anything
So
and everything.
first term में तो I did all this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
First term में कुछ क्या नहीं entrepreneurship का इतना, but कर रहा
Yeah.
था मैं. But there was this NMIMS has this thing known as Chancellor's Challenge, where they basically help students of their particular college to pitch their ideas, build their entrepreneurship on a startup, and then they basically give you 5 lakh or 10 lakh rupees or 15 lakh rupees to start. So I got into the finals there. अकेले था तब. उसका नाम आसान नौकरी था. The initial idea, the blue collar वाला idea. So हाँ, turning back to the idea that the phrase that my father mentioned कि भाई वर्कर्स हायर करने में इश्यूज हो रहे. तो मैंने सोचा कि भाई क्यों ना एक ऐप ऐसा बनाए, मार्केट प्लेस टाइप, जहाँ पे ब्लू कॉलर वर्कर्स अपने प्रेफरेंसेस डालेंगे और बिजनेस ओनर्स अपनी प्रेफरेंसेस डालेंगे. और फिर बाद में हम लोग वो प्रेफरेंसेस टेंडर बेस पे जैसे मैच होता है कि भाई दोनों को स्वाइप करना पड़ेगा, उसके हिसाब से मैच मेकिंग के हिसाब से दोनों बात कर सकते. तो आई डिड अ लॉट ऑफ रिसर्च, टॉक टू लॉट ऑफ फैमिली बिजनेस ओनर्स और ऑल दैट काइंड ऑफ कि भाई क्या सीन है. एंड आई टुक दैट आइडिया, एंड उस समय आसान नौकरी नाम था, ठीक है. मैं अकेला था, एंड आई पिच दैट एंड आई टुक दैट टू द फाइनेंस. बट फाइनेंस में फिर नहीं हुआ जो भी था वो. आई गेस फ्रॉम 60 applications I got down to top 5. So वो वाला सीन था. उसके बाद में कोविड
But you
है.
didn't make it through, right?
नहीं, फाइनल में नहीं हुआ. लाइक तो
Okay.
फाइनल में 2 जन को मिलता है. फर्स्ट प्राइज इज 10 लाख, सेकंड प्राइज इज 5 लाख. सो वो वाला सीन था. देन कोविड हिट 2020. आई गॉट इनटू कॉलेज इन 2019 एंड 2020
Yeah.
कोविड हिट. एंड सब पूरा पता है वो मास माइग्रेशन चल रहा था, वर्कर्स गोइंग बैक टू
Yeah.
यूपी, बिहार एंड ऑल दैट काइंड ऑफ स्टफ. एंड तब हिट हुआ. भी मेरी मम्मी ने बोला कि भाई देख अंश, तेरे पास ये आइडिया तो है, जैसे ही कोविड खत्म होगा, वापस लॉकडाउन खत्म होगा, वर्कर्स सब वापस आएंगे, तो तू अभी से ऐप डाउनलोड करना चालू कर. बट बैक देन मुझे कुछ नहीं पता था. मुझे ये नहीं पता था कि भाई ऐप डेवलपमेंट कैसे होता है, स्टार्टअप क्या होता है, प्रोडक्ट कैसे बनाते हैं. मेरे पास खाली एक आइडिया था. एंड आई यूज्ड टू आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन टू अ लॉट ऑफ फोक्स, भाई मेरे पास आइडिया है, अब बताओ उसके आगे क्या करना. आई नेवर गॉट अ प्रॉपर प्रैक्टिकल रिस्पॉन्स टू दैट. सो इफ अ पर्सन कम्स टू मी कि भाई आइडिया है, क्या करना है, आई टेल देम कि भाई क्या करना है आगे, बिकॉज आई हैव लिव्ड थ्रू दैट पर्टिकुलर एक्सपीरियंस. तो वो वाला सीन था. तो कुछ पता नहीं था, बट मैंने बोला नहीं करेंगे. तो आई वॉज पार्ट ऑफ दिस कम्युनिटी नोन एज इनोवेशन और एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप सेल. उसके अंदर डाला मैंने कि भाई मेरे पास ये आइडिया है, अभी अपने पास टाइम है, लेट्स स्टार्ट बिल्डिंग. आई नीड अ टेक्निकल को फाउंडर. So I got this person Vedant Kothari karke. He has his his father is basically a builder, but he had civil engineering as his course, but coding वोडिंग आता था उसको. तो we had this 50-50 agreement कि भाई तू कोडिंग करेगा, मैं बाकी सब कुछ देख लूंगा. तो I learned Adobe XD, you know, got into design, all that kind of stuff. पहले wireframe बनाया, फिर बाद में पूरा वो किया. All this while I was the part of this जो Chancellor Challenge चल रहा था उसके अंदर. This was during May 2020. तो पूरा Adobe XD सीखा. One day के अंदर मैं पूरा दोनों ऐप बना दिया, वर्कर्स का, बिजनेसेस का, पूरा दोनों ऐप बना दिया.
Within one day?
हाँ, like I said through that without taking a shower and all this kind of stuff.
Oh.
Nice.
पूरा ऐप बना दिया. I guess कुछ around 50-60 screens बनाया मैंने. But I don't have that file. Sadly, I don't have that file. But हाँ, तो बनाया मैंने, फिर किया, and like you know, gave that file of कि भाई तू मेरा काम हो गया, अभी तू डिजाइन कर इसके. स्कीमा वगैरह में कुछ भी नहीं पता था भाई, मेरे को पता था कि भाई डिजाइन है, बाकी ये सब देख लेगा. ठीक है, तो वो अपने लग गया. He was also very hard working person, like 14 hours. तो कर रहा था, like he used to sleep off his on his desk, falling asleep by coding. तो वो वाला सीन था. And I was, you know, creating the pitch decks, like, you know, getting context. मेरा जो network बना था first time, we used to pitch lots and lots of folks. तो वो सब हुआ. Marketing का देखा, learned about Google AdSense, learned about Facebook ads, Facebook marketplaces, you know, how to create posters. That's where I actually came to know about FreePick. तो वो वाला सीन था.
Yeah,
So-
he told me about FreePick.
So,
What's FreePick?
should we mention that story about
Which-
about exam का, your college exam?
The Adobe thing,
हाँ हाँ.
the assignments. Yeah, I used to get multiple Adobe assignments at my college, and I used to rant about it to Ansh ki, yaar, I'm getting itni sari assignments, I don't know how to do it, I don't have time for this because my internship was going on side by side. And Ansh was like, arey, just use FreePick now, usme you can edit all of the Adobe wala cheeze, and you can just show it to your professor. And that's what I did. I
Like
used to
she
take a
mentioned
lot,
कि भाई मेरा
yeah.
professor भी FreePick से ही उठा रहा है.
Yeah, actually.
तो that's when I
उनको
came,
पता भी लग जाता. That's the...
हाँ.
that's
तो
yeah.
that's when I came across FreePick and like all this other stuff. तो डिजाइन में तब से घुस गया था. उसके बाद किया, फिर बाद में we launched within 2 months. हम लोग का customer acquisition cost per install was 2 rupees, and like industry standards are basically 50-70 rupees. Like it was going all good, but product चल नहीं रहा था. Like it was बेकार था भाई, कुछ भी नहीं चल. किया, लॉगिन किया, खत्म, बस कुछ करना देना नहीं. It was not working. So you know, me and my co-founder started having huge fights. Like भाई, I was saying कि भाई तूने कैसा प्रोडक्ट बनाया है. He was saying कि भाई तू मार्केटिंग पागल जैसी कर रहा है, all that kind of stuff. The main reason it didn't work out because we launched Pan India, right? And during that period, Apna came out. So Apna is the same marketplace for blue collar workers. Same time पे आया था, and it immediately took off. Like it's a unicorn. तो वी हैड दिस फाइट. ये बोला भाई पैन इंडिया लॉन्च नहीं करना चाहिए था, तेरे को एक छोटे मार्केट में लॉन्च करना चाहिए था, मुंबई जैसे. मैंने बोला नहीं, अब ये करेंगे. उसने बोला नहीं, अब लॉन्च हो गया, छोड़, मार्केटिंग एरिया में करेंगे, ऑल दिस काइंड ऑफ स्टफ. आई गॉट माई कपल ऑफ फ्रेंड्स फ्रॉम माई क्लास टू यू नो हेल्प मी, लाइक इंटर्नशिप काइंड ऑफ स्टफ, लाइक फ्री बेसिक लेबर वाला स्टफ. तो वो लोग भी मदद करते थे.
Internship हमेशा paid होती है, इसको internship मत label कर. I mean,
So
it should
there
be
was
paid at
नहीं,
least.
I have this contradictory thought कि भाई if you have no basic skills, तुम एक फ्रेशर आए हो, पहली इंटर्नशिप तो भाई अनपेड करने में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है यार.
I guess if you have no basic skills, then you should be mentally ready to work for free.
हाँ, तो that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Yeah.
I mean, initially I used to think working for free is just not good, and any company that is providing an unpaid internship is a scam. But
Yeah.
not really.
Yeah.
You kind of need that initial experience to prove that if
Exactly.
somebody else can hire you and you can work for someone
Exactly.
else, you are probably good enough to work for someone else who would pay you.
Exactly. I did, I guess, 4 to 5 unpaid internships before getting a paid one to get the experience. कि भाई
Damn.
चलता कैसे है असली में. So वो
Not
सब
in
किया.
my case. I have always been money driven. मेरे को internship करेगी तो मैं paid ही करूँगी. Otherwise, I won't do it. That's how I've always
But that
been.
got you so far, so it's good.
Yeah.
So
Work the
coming to
market.
Asan Naukri, that was the name, right?
Yeah, आसान नौकरी को मेरी नौकरी
Yeah,
किया बाद
मेरी
में.
नौकरी.
हाँ.
So
And,
like how many users did you guys have before
more
you?
than 1,000, I guess.
More than, so
Wait,
that's
what?
a good number.
हाँ. So 1,000 थे,
Actually
but
good.
चल नहीं रहा
But
था
what
कुछ भी.
exactly was the problem?
The product problem or the problem that you were trying to solve?
You had what I got from
Haan.
this was that you had a lot of conflicts between you and your co-founder. You were kind of blaming stuff on each other.
हाँ, yes.
So that was one problem. Second
Haan.
problem was that you launched it pan India,
हाँ.
and while you should have probably launched it to just one city
हाँ,
or whatever.
yes.
So that was the second problem.
Haan.
But still, you had 1,000 users, and these two problems I think could have been tackled.
Exactly. And like, no, both of us were not mature enough. Like 20 साल के हैं यार. Like, कुछ भी पता नहीं था. Like झगड़े जा रहे हैं. Like वो बोल रहा था, बोले मैं पूरा कोड बेस डिलीट कर दूंगा.
He's
मैं
attacking us.
मैं
20 साल के, yeah.
मैं बोल रहा था कि भाई मेरे पास सारे पासवर्ड्स हैं, मैं पूरा अकाउंट ले लूंगा, तू क्या कोड डिलीट करेगा. So that kind of
इतने
stuff.
conflict.
So that kind of
That's a
stuff.
lot.
Oh God.
I thought हमारे बीच में conflict.
हाँ, like
पहले भी
we'll
हुई
talk
थी,
about
so,
that. यार वो
yeah.
बहुत होता था. But like we used to sort that out.
Yeah.
तो वो वाला stuff था. एंड आई टोल्ड भाई ठीक है चलो लेट्स टेक अ स्टेप बैक एंड फिगर आउट नहीं स्टेप बैक भी नहीं मैंने बोला मैं आई टुक माई टीम मेरे जो थे एंड लाइक आई वाज वेरी वेरी सेल्फ सेंटर्ड पर्सन के भाई वो उसने क्या छोड़ा है मैं ही हूँ सब कुछ ऐसा कंप्लीट है सो आई टुक माई टीम एंड आई बोला कि भाई नहीं तो मैं तब आता नहीं था तो एक बोला भाई चलो कोडिंग छोड़ा अपन नो कोर्स से स्टार्ट करें so that's when I started learning glide apps webflow and all this kind of stuff so I built my website and all this kind of stuff और किया but I wasn't able to launch because एक तो मैं घर में बैठा हूँ अपने ठीक है लॉन्च मुझे मुंबई में करना है प्लस आई एम कमिंग फ्रॉम अ फेल्ड स्टार्टअप राइट तो वापस पैसा डालूंगा कुछ नहीं हुआ तो मैंने बोला छोड़ो इसको उसके पीरियड में ना दिस इज ऑल ड्यूरिंग लॉकडाउन राइट तो आई गॉट एक्टिव ऑन ट्विटर और ट्विटर पे ये चल रहा है पेड फॉरवर्ड काइंड ऑफ स्टफ वेयर एंटरप्रेन्योर्स mentor new entrepreneurs. So I got part of that. I keep mixing up his name, but Aditya Poda from Gemba Capital. Yes, Aditya Poda from Gemba Capital was my mentor, and I used to फालतू के क्वेश्चंस पूछता था उससे भाई कि भाई इसका कैसे करेंगे इसका कैसे करेंगे तो उसने बोला भले भाई तू ये सब रहने दे देख तेरे पास इंटर्नशिप अपॉर्चुनिटी है फर्स्ट पेड इंटर्नशिप इट वाज इन लेहर so I got product growth manager internship there.
Wow.
So it was basically conducting interviews with people on the product and like building like figuring out what the bugs was and all this kind of stuff. So वो सब करके so did that.
And when was this? Which year?
This is in 2020 only.
Okay. So a lot happened during
COVID. 2021 was very very pivotal for me. So वो सब किया and during the end only so that's why TweepsBook comes in. मैं बोला चलो भाई product आ गया ठीक है business आ गया coding सीखेंगे right. So I took this course on Udemy about full web development bootcamp.
And I think everybody starts from there, Udemy.
हाँ, but like the thing is, a lot of people quit. तो मेरा बेसिकली फंडा ये था कि भाई अगर कुछ करना है या कुछ सीखना है
तो पूरा
कोर्स ले लिया उसके बाद में स्टार्ट बिल्डिंग आउट ऑफ इट राइट तो कोर्स खत्म कर लिया मैंने बोला भाई कोर्स ऐसे कर लूंगा तो मतलब नहीं है राइट तो आई वाज फेसिंग इश्यूज विद ट्विटर बुक मार्क्स तो मैं बोला भाई कोर्स आ गया अब तो फिर मैं ट्विटर की बुक मार्किंग सॉल्व करूँ तो मेरे को कुछ नहीं पता था एपीआई क्या होता है मुझे पता नहीं था बैकएंड क्या होता है मुझे पता नहीं था फ्रंट एंड क्या होता है करेंगे अपन तो किया मैम आई गॉट initially started क्या
full stack course लिया
हाँ full stack था
वो I thought back end only
full stack but CSS था ही CSS करना ही नहीं मेरे को
I know
so you were responsible for all the technical stuff for TweepsBook mostly so you started building TweepsBook in December 2020 and you started coding in like
December 2020
wait so you were learning you were building TweepsBook side by side okay so you're learning web development from Udemy and you're building TweepsBook side by side so that's how it started
yes
okay wow that's brilliant actually
फिर बाद में front end
and you didn't have anyone on your team ना?
नहीं फिर बाद में बोला भाई तो बड़ा चीज़ है आता नहीं है तो भाई AWS सब कुछ सीखना है तो मैं बोला भाई बुलाना पड़ेगा किसी को तो that's when I called सार्थक this was this thing going on young tweets करके right so I met a couple of folks and my friends there so Sarthak was one of the members and Sarthak को बोला कि भाई आज अपन कोडिंग करेंगे but he also learned recently React and all those kind of stuff तो उससे हो नहीं रहा था तो मैंने एक और बंदे को बोला he's known as शशिकांत still I know him he's like one of the best CSS person अभी भी अगर if he's watching भाई तू ही है CSS king I really don't know anyone else so whatever it is आया भाई तब मैंने डिजाइन कुछ भी नहीं किया था मैंने बोला भाई तू देख ले लाइक ही यूज्ड टू लाइक कोड यूजिंग सीएसएस एंड लाइक डिजाइन यूजिंग सीएसएस तो सीएसएस के साथ पूरा कर लिया ये तो बढ़िया बंदा है भाई तो किया वी लॉन्च्ड इट इन अप्रैल गॉट 400 अपवर्ड्स नहीं 300 अपवर्ड्स 287 के आसपास इतने अपवर्ड्स आए लाइक वी वर फोर्थ ऑन प्रोडक्ट ऑन दैट डे तो हाँ तो you know like that was our initial idea about GT and all those kind of stuff and उसी के साथ में इंटर्नशिप देखना चालू कर दिया and I hosted my resume in Google Drive तो गूगल ड्राइव का जो ओजी होता है ना एक ओपन ग्राफ तो whenever you share a link basically तो जो कार्ड दिखता है दैट इज नोन एज ओपन ग्राफ तो उसके अंदर जो दिखता है इट इज बेसिकली गूगल का तो मेरे को खुद का चाहिए था कि भाई मेरा खुद का फोटो हो खुद का डिस्क्रिप्शन हो there was only this one tool known as anyimage.io but the domain was very poorly rated and like it used to get marked as spam तो मैंने बोला नहीं मैं खुद का बनाऊंगा अभी तो बट द प्रोडक्ट वाज वेरी इजी लाइक बेसिक था फ्रंट एंड भी हो ही जाता था मैंने बोला इसको डिफिकल्ट बनाएंगे तो मैंने बोला भाई अभी तो MongoDB आता है अभी अपन DynamoDB सीखेंगे तो लर्न दैट DynamoDB एंड लॉन्च दैट उसके साथ में आई हैड दिस इशू विद डिस्कॉर्ड के स्लैक के अंदर जो बॉट्स होते हैं स्लैक के अंदर जो मैसेजेस होते हैं दे आर सर्वर स्पेसिफिक राइट और डिस्कॉर्ड के अंदर ऑल गेट cluttered up into one particular मैंने बोला नहीं भाई Discord is better than Slack and I don't want to use
it sure is
yeah तो मैंने बोला
Our
नहीं.
company uses Slack.
Yeah, but I
But
hate
Discord is
Slack,
like
man.
Fuel Fountain का Discord
Yeah,
server है ना.
yeah.
I
Discord is
hate
for Gen
Slack.
Z. Slack
किसने
is
बोला
for
ये? कुछ भी.
मतलब I personally feel
I mean, even
Discord is for
Discord
Gen
is
Z
old now.
or Web3 companies. That's
No.
what I feel personally.
Yeah, it is
you
for
are in that
Web3
bubble
companies.
basically. जो भी engineering
Yeah.
related stuff है, जो भी AI related stuff है, it's all on Discord. Like all the repository, like I'm using Fastify, तो Fastify का उधर है, Next.js का उधर है. No one's using Slack for their professional community.
Yeah.
A lot of folks actually.
No, a lot of people do. So communities
अपना
वाला
यार,
thing,
अपना was on
Discord
Discord.
kicks in जैसी community दिमाग में आता है. But Slack is for managing teams.
अपना was on Discord यार.
Yeah, तो हमारी क्या ही
You had a TweepsBook community.
TweepsBook community.
No, not community, but our own team.
Our own team communication was on Discord.
We did have plans to make a public
हाँ,
Discord
हाँ, yeah,
community.
exactly.
I didn't go
But
out.
हाँ, coming back to the point, so जो bot था, it was basically like emulates that feature of Slack on Discord. So like you can use that bot to create server-specific DMs to individuals. So let's say that we both want to communicate in the same server and no one else would see it. So you can use that bot. So if you do want to communicate, you can do that. Slack में कैसे भाई नैना search आ जाएगा, तो you can say like apostrophe.
Okay, I mean, without DMing somebody in the server, if you just want to talk to them. And
No,
not
you
let-
have to DM them. But
Okay.
the DM stays in the server. It creates a channel that is only visible to two of you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
The one we use
हाँ.
in TweepsBook.
हाँ.
You created
हाँ.
that. For real.
तेरे को नहीं पता था. Wow.
Wow, TIL. For real.
हाँ भाई.
Damn.
तो वो वाला सीन था.
Wait. It's a lot for me to digest.
तो वो वाला सीन था. उसके बाद में चला टाइम पास क्या मैं
मैं
थोड़ा.
इतना यूज करती थी वो. Oh my god, you created
हाँ
that.
भाई.
Intelligent निकला.
Very grounded.
Yeah.
ठीक है. उसके बाद तो कुछ नहीं करा था. Like my both of these projects were launched in I guess July August के आसपास लॉन्च हो गए थे. उसके बाद में ऐसे ही टाइम पास करना चालू कर दिया. Like अच्छा नहीं टाइम पास कहाँ किया यार.
But when in July and August?
He isn't ready to admit कि हाँ मैं टाइम पास भी करता था.
अरे नहीं. So that's when I learned
100%
about
productive
वो वाला
all the time.
सीन.
What?
जो है ना इंश्योर जो प्रोडक्ट फोक्स का उसका कोहर तब चालू हुआ था.
Okay.
अरे मतलब टाइम पास करता
Whatever,
था
yeah.
बट आई वाज ऑन दैट मतलब भाई ब्रेक ले ले थोड़ा अभी दैट काइंड ऑफ स्टफ.
But when you launched in July and August,
हाँ.
like what was your goal? Okay, you got 287 upvotes on
हाँ,
product
वो तो
hunt
TweepsBook
and
का
all
था.
that. Yeah,
हाँ.
you did that. Okay,
हाँ.
I'm talking about TweepsBook. You launched it in April 21.
हाँ.
वो launch हो गया.
हाँ.
And you have good number of upvotes
हाँ.
and the product is almost ready. You were thinking of it as a side project at that time. What inspired you to make it a startup?
So initially I contacted Naina in March 2022 and मेरा मेन मोटिव क्या था कि भाई डोमेन खत्म हो रहा है, पैसे भर रहा हूँ तो उसका कुछ करूंगा मैं. Like 1000 रुपए का डोमेन ऐसे तो नहीं वेस्ट कर रहा मैं. तो मैंने बोला भाई
Conjuicy inspired.
नैना को मैसेज किया भाई आजा डिजाइन करते हैं अपन.
You got my contact via Disha, right?
हाँ दिशा.
Thanks, Disha.
So Disha is actually from Young Tweeps तो उसके हिसाब से कांटेक्ट
Okay.
हुआ. हाँ. I actually knew about Anishi from Young Tweeps.
हाँ.
Oh, Anishi from Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
हाँ. So वो वाला स्टफ था. मैंने बोला नहीं बड़ा करेंगे बट I was selfish there as well. तो वो वाला सीन था.
Do mention about
हाँ
it.
हाँ obviously.
Why did you contact
हाँ.
me?
So I contacted her.
Oh, I know why you did.
You tell me.
पता.
Because she had a lot of followers and you wanted.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Elaborate.
very-
I want you to elaborate and admit in front of everyone.
But that was a good business decision. However,
Yeah.
selfish. Not really selfish, it's just smart, honestly.
हाँ.
And I just
I mean, it
kept
worked out
taunting
well.
about him, about this thing throughout. कि तू तो इसलिए ही लाया है. That's why you brought me into this. And whenever we used to have conflicts, no, हमेशा point ले आती थी.
हाँ, तो जाने नहीं दे सकता.
Yeah.
तेरा ही loss है.
When I got to know, it actually hit me a lot.
So I like contacted a lot of folks, but उसके बाद में the total following got around 40,000, right?
Damn.
40,000 on
Twitter,
Like, your
what following?
Twitter की following.
combined
हाँ.
team
Okay.
following.
Oh, okay.
हाँ.
Oh.
So you were trying to increase your reach
Yeah,
by
yeah, I
having...
guess you can take names easily. Vaishnavi, no?
हाँ.
No, elaborate the whole
Vaishnavi
approaching.
Thakur.
No, Vaishnavi, who
Dwivedi.
lives in SF.
वैष्णवी द्विवेदी.
No,
SF में कहाँ रहती है?
Oh,
where?
Texas में
Dwivedi,
रहती
I
है.
know
Texas,
Vaishnavi,
okay.
Dwivedi, like not personally.
That Figma and
Yeah,
coding
I know,
different-
I know,
Yeah, Dwivedi, yeah. Elaborate the whole process, no? Why you approach
You can talk about
whatever
the people in your
happened.
team.
हाँ. So basically the funda was ठीक है ये तो आ गई. अभी इसके बाद में like she actually kudos to her for upskilling herself like ridiculously मतलब like so मैं अभी कुछ
Yeah,
भी
and I was in 12th when you joined TweepsBook,
Yeah,
na?
I had
And you
my
had board
12th board
exams.
actually I think you should mention that entire story of yours as well बाद में
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
read it how you were designing for TweepsBook when you had
A
a
day
board
before my
exam.
math board exam. Yeah.
That's insane.
हाँ
Such a toxic environment.
हाँ toxic भाई
Just
look
kidding,
where we
bro.
are right now
Yeah, I'm just kidding,
Yeah.
of course.
हाँ so वो वाला stuff था पूरा so I got her उसके बाद में मैं बोला नहीं यार देख अभी बैकएंड ढंग से आता है फ्रंट एंड करना नहीं फिक्स कर लिया है
Mhm.
राइट अच्छा हाँ ऑन टू दैट पॉइंट सो आई लर्न रिएक्ट ठीक है रिएक्ट पूरा सीख लिया
Did
And-
you?
हाँ आई नो रिएक्ट
I didn't know.
हाँ तो रिएक्ट नेक्स्ट जेस आता था अभी भी आता है
Okay.
बट करना नहीं है बिकॉज CSS sucks CSS really sucks I cannot hate CSS much ठीक है every backend developer basically hates CSS like
Front end to you
Yeah.
is what back end is to me. मतलब I can still learn front end.
No,
Maybe
you
after my
can't.
19 point. I
अभी
can.
सीख ले
मतलब if I'm willing to.
हाँ, yes.
As of now, I'm not willing to learn coding. Yeah.
because it's complicated like वो पूरा state management का वो सब पूरा आ
Yeah, we
जाएगा
want to upskill in design.
हाँ
Intern, junior designer, senior, lead designer, director of
no
design.
founder
We'll see about that. I told you about my risk capacity.
She's
हाँ
18. Give her some
Yeah. Give
time
me a
to
break.
Yeah.
I need a break.
ठीक है तो आई लर्न रिएक्ट बट मैं बोला भाई नहीं करना मेरे को डिजाइन CSS नहीं करूंगा मैं एक्चुअली स्टार्टेड डिजाइनिंग और फिर बाद में बैकएंड का किया बट फ्रंट एंड के लिए कोई चाहिए था कॉन्टेक्टेड सार्थक अगेन बैक देन ही वाज लाइक यू नो गॉट हिज फुल टाइम जॉब तो धीरे धीरे कर रहा था कुछ दैट्स आई रोट एक्चुअली 2 to 3 blogs about you know how TweepsBook initially started for V2 and you know that was major part of you know sharing the TweepsBook story as was a major part of our GTM all started as initial side project ही और करके like I was in third year से fourth year में आ गए थे करते करते we launched on 15th of July and काफी अच्छा launch था it was good
At first, we were so skeptical कि we
I
launched a
wasn't.
bug. I was personally, and I was very nervous. Remember, I used to send you a lot of messages.
हाँ.
अब launch कर दे. I was very skeptical.
वो that is for
But then-
V3 actually
No,
after-
no. Even during V2, अब launch कर दे. Video कैसी बनाई है? There was a typo in the
हाँ,
video.
हाँ yes
That was during V2 or
नहीं
V3?
नहीं V2 में था
V3 में भी था, I guess.
हाँ
दोनों में था ना.
हाँ.
There was this
और
one
पता है
business
अपना
typo.
चल नहीं रहा था प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च के दिन वो रिफ्रेश करने पे बाद में देखा था कि भाई वो
Yeah.
रेट लिमिट so when we launched
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
some people it wasn't working because they had lot of bookmarks and उसका नहीं चल रहा था तो हम लोग
मेरा अपना नहीं चल रहा था. Can you imagine?
हाँ
Damn.
तो हम लोग ने
That's
रात
so,
को
so,
फिगर आउट
so
बिकॉज द थिंग वाज आई वाजंट अ फ्रंट एंड डेवलपर तो मेरे को पता नहीं था क्या करना है ऑल द फ्रंट एंड डेवलपर्स वर बिजी विद देयर जॉब्स
Thanks to Ayush भैया.
हाँ तो
He joined
आयुष को बोला भाई तू
Yeah.
कर पहले भाई ये फिक्स कर तो हम लोग कॉल पे आए तीनों वी टुक हर सीक्रेट कोड बिकॉज हम लोग का चल रहा था तो सीक्रेट
What
कोड लिया
secret code are you talking about?
अरे द सेशन टोकन बेसिकली
Okay,
हाँ.
he's saying as a confidential है.
तो सेशन टोकन लिया उसका एंड लाइक वी पेस्टेड ऑन द आयुष's कोड टू फिगर आउट के चल कर एंड उसके बाद में वी फिक्स दैट बग एंड उसके बाद सब चालू हुआ
Yeah.
तो
So you ran into a lot of problems, but you both tackled it together.
हाँ,
lot.
So, like,
उसके बाद
how
से तो
was-
सब साथ में
How was this co-founder relationship was different from the last, that Asan Naukri one? What was better here, and what is something?
communication plus like you know understanding both of the POVs like
Mhm.
I wasn't understanding his POV he wasn't understanding my POV यहाँ पे we used to fight it all out भाई जो
Mhm.
भी है नहीं छोड़ना नहीं है that kind of stuff
Whenever I used to feel like that he's being very insensitive and behaving like a brat, I used to point it out straight away. If you
Yeah.
do this, I'll leave. That's what I used to say. मैं बहुत assertive हो जाती थी at times. I personally feel that. But yeah, it was only for the best.
so but किया तो बाद में there was this Twitter hackathon going on like you know if you build with V2 तो Twitter hackathon parties
Shout out to Somnath
हाँ
who commented about it.
I wasn't really sure कि भाई डालना
Otherwise
नहीं
he
डालना
wouldn't have been
उसमें
here.
I wasn't
Yeah,
really-
so this one guy named Somnath Mishra,
हाँ.
if I'm not wrong, he commented on my tweet that you should participate in this hackathon conducted by Twitter. Otherwise, he wouldn't have
Yeah.
known about it for sure.
so we participated in that और फिर बाद में luckily we won the runners up उसके बाद में मेरा इंटरव्यू हुआ ट्विटर के साथ भाई you know how it all started and all this
Yeah.
kind of stuff तो वो सब हुआ
How many projects were there in the hackathon? I think
650,
1,650.
1600.
Yeah.
And
Out of those, 8
you
Yeah.
won?
projects
Yeah.
won. And we were one of the honorable mentions. But yeah, winner awards.
Damn.
so वो हुआ and my interview was so good like you know the Twitter team got impressed with my journey and all the story like they said that this is one of the best interviews तो मैं बोला
Oh.
शेड भाई ये तो चला गया यार तो I was really sad for that and उसके बाद में we had this Twitter Devil का column like and they mentioned how they are going to you know get a PR out in the international media or you know basic
In
launch
the
on
San
San Francisco
event.
stage.
No.
So we were going to have a launch event on San Francisco and that's when we बोला
Our hopes skyrocketed, I'm telling you.
हाँ
You were like,
तो
अरे
हम
अब
लोग
तो
ने बोला नहीं भाई अभी तो पूरा फुल टाइम स्टार्टअप अभी
Bro, I
सब कुछ
told
छोड़ो
my
भाई
mom कि SF में ना cabs में TweepsBook के banners लगेंगे.
ये
That's
देख
what I told my mom. Can you imagine? Yeah, I love giving false hopes to my mom sometimes, only for good. And I was like, आपको पता है buildings पे है ना TweepsBook के banner लगेंगे, SF में है ना कैब पे
अरे भाई
बैक में there will be
नैना की फोटो भी आएगी बड़ी होगी
JW में फोटो थी एयर करके वैसे नैना की
Yeah.
फोटो
अरे there's this वो ना टाइम स्क्वायर में मैं मम्मी को वहां
अरे
बताती
भाई,
कि
भाई,
वहां
भाई,
पे
भाई।
आएगा हमारा ट्वीट
बहुत ज्यादा नहीं हो गया था
मैंने
ये
बहुत बोल दिया था मम्मी को
यार
and
सीरियसली
we
भाई
were desperately waiting for that event on 16th
ऑब्वियसली भाई
yeah
so that
उसकी वजह से हमने पूरा लॉन्च का
हाँ,
भी सीन करा
obviously.
you remember
we have talked about TweepsBook but you never told me about this
बोला है भाई मैंने
नहीं बोला
तू
है
भूल जाती है
whatever अब बात करते हो पॉडकास्ट के लिए फुटेज चाहिए
हाँ अनफिल्टर्ड है so so basically ये वाला सीन था and I Tanya how can I forget Tanya
Yeah.
so Tanya I got Tanya on board as the project only for side projects and उसके अंदर we launched like she's also very good with like GTMs and marketing all those kind of stuff
really good
so like she had initial ideas how we should do podcast Twitter spaces to get the word out share this as a part of community like not the traditional discourse of a community but we were like the TweepsBook was a community project right it was very very big a lot of people I actually need know what TweepsBook is right like I went to this Mumbai hackathon and I mentioned that I'm the co-founder of TweepsBook and like it's the two TweepsBook co-founder so like it's so exciting and so happy to hear so वो वाला सीन था पूरा
and especially after we sold it a lot of people recognized me by that only I joined this one super team call and I introduced myself as ex-co-founder at TweepsBook and I'm like, oh अच्छा मैंने आपकी thread पढ़ी हुई है वो आप वो when I said Naina they didn't recognize me when I said TweepsBook they were like oh मैंने आपकी thread पढ़ी हुई है
but you didn't use any specific platform to build the TweepsBook community
no
no
okay but you still build
अरे he used people ना
but you built a community experience by having a lot of people in your teams who had their separate communities
yes
that was such a smart move
I wouldn't comment on that. I'm kind of mad at him, but yeah, it was a smart move for sure.
Yeah, it was.
So वो सब किया मैं उसके बाद मैं we got on this devil call कि भाई ऐसा होना है भाई पागल हो गया है ये तो बढ़िया चीज़ है भाई तो मैं I contacted her and Tanya कि भाई चलो because all of the other people left like but भाई hackathon जीत गया पैसा आ गया cash out कर लिया मैं and she and Tanya said I'm going to stay part of it because and Tanya had this thing known as TweepsBook Mafia where all the people of the particular team would build other projects so it was a kind of extension on that कि भाई चलो TweepsBook को and I was also very excited कि भाई like GitHub started as a side project so why not TweepsBook right तो वो वाला सीन था
yes very high
तो वो
I think every founder does have that
no but इसकी कभी-कभी it goes in a very irrational direction do you remember
Yeah,
during the
like-
funding वाला I used to bring you back to the realistic POV and you were like नहीं हो जाएगा अरे कुछ भी हो जाएगा अरे तू
so I don't think that's an issue because the current with that
that's
I'm going
obviously not an issue
हाँ
but yeah I did get a lot of false hopes because of him
हाँ बैनर्स लगेंगे भाई कौन बोलता है
Nana,
भाई?
you were talking about him having high
no
hopes and you were telling your mom कि
वो तो
तू
मम्मी
time
को
square
दे
पे
रही
आने
हूँ
वाली है
तो
मेरे को नहीं पता था यार अभी पता चला है मेरे को ये
मम्मी को तो मैं कुछ भी बोलूँ that's another thing but इसके साथ मैं कभी-कभी बहुत rational होने की कोशिश करती थी because we were building a product and we were investing our time and money as well
हाँ
right
अरे वो मनी वाला तो बोला ही नहीं अपन ने
yeah, you got a grant from Twitter
वो तो दिसंबर में आया
Yeah.
राइट दिसंबर
and how much was it
5k
5k USD
tell me how did you use that
वो सब so Nana will tell that wait so वो सब किया and we had this 1 month का phase I guess 15th August को we eventually decided कि हाँ भाई it's going to be a startup and we 3 people are going to be the co-founders इक्विटी का भी बहुत इश्यू था आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू बिकॉज बहुत बड़ी कॉन्वर्सेशन हो जाएगी इसके अंदर एंड देयर इज मच मोर टू मी दैन दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रोजेक्ट तो वो वाला स्टफ था एंड वी हैड दिस फेज कि भाई अगस्त सितंबर अक्टूबर एंड अगस्त से सितंबर आई वेस्टेड 1 month ट्राइंग टू फिगर आउट व्हाट शुड बी द नेक्स्ट प्रोडक्ट फॉर TweepsBook एंड सितंबर 26th we eventually decided okay let's continue this ये वाला स्टफ है and let's start तो वो सब क्या तो we hired people within less than a week and told them कि भाई we have this 1 month का timeline you have to build in this code in this पूरा design fresh in this all this kind of stuff so then I just continue from there
yeah so what we did was we hired people and did you mention कि हमने जो former में काम किया था TweepsBook पे we also gave money to them as
हाँ
well.
yes.
Yeah.
So
So we
mention
hired
that, na?
people since we knew that there's an.
Achha, so sorry to interrupt, but I had
Yeah.
have this thing known as shipping Friday. So whatever project I launch, I want it to be shipped on Friday. So every project that I launch, it has to be on Friday.
Why exactly?
So Suhail Doshi has this. Suhail Doshi is the founder of Mixpanel. I like personally connect with him very much, and he has this community known as Shipping Friday. So uske andar there is this one channel known as What Are You Shipping This Friday? So हाँ, say भाई कुछ भी Friday ship.
You kind of get a motivation that I want to ship this
and
Friday.
Friday is my favorite day of the week. I call it Friday. That's where I got the initial motivation from.
Got it.
So,
Yeah, so we hired a bunch of people and we rushed a lot. We were like after their lives. I'm gonna admit it, हमारी थोड़ी HR वाला चीज, it went off the track and we were after their lives. We have to launch it on 15th, do it fast. We used to call them at nights, I guess. 10-11 बजे कि ये करो वो करो, do this. It was one of our interns' birthday. And उस दिन we called her कि do this, do that.
दिवाली पे काम कराया यार अपन ने.
Yeah, दिवाली पे भी. So yeah, that
what do you
was
think about that?
Quite messed up.
अरे,
but
so there is this story, right? I was going. मेरा पहले plan हो गया था कि भाई I'm going to this, Manali trek with my friends. So but
that is whole another fiasco.
अरे भाई, I missed my flight basically. So
and I was so ready to meet him. I swear to God. So there was.
You guys were doing a Manali trip.
No. He was going to Manali, but via Delhi.
Oh.
So there was, there was this Diwali
and this
party.
is the first time we are actually meeting, right?
Yeah, this is the first time we are meeting. So there was this Diwali party at my college, and I wore a kurta, obviously. But on that day, I brought casual clothes as well, कि अंश से मिलने जाऊंगी. And post my Diwali party, he's like, bro, मेरी flight miss हो गई. And I told my mom कि अंश की flight miss हो गई. She's like, oh, he might be lying. ऐसा. मैंने बोला, no, he's not lying.
Surprise देगा.
Because मेरी mom के लिए it's very new, कि कोई flight कैसे miss कर सकते. मम्मी तो एक train भी नहीं miss करती, एक metro.
And like I had a very good reputation with her mother, and she
you
mentioned.
still do.
हाँ. So like she mentioned कि भाई बोले अंश कब से इतना irresponsible बन गया. Like that hit me a lot, भाई.
अरे?
हाँ तो भाई.
It's not that serious.
It is personally for me, flight miss करना is a big deal.
Yeah. So I get anxiety.
Because I'm the kind of Indian who reaches 3 hours prior to my flight.
Flights are expensive, so.
हाँ. Yeah. So हाँ, please. तो अच्छा हाँ, पैसे का बोलते हैं ना. Like so, we were going to get the grant in December. तब तक पैसे कैसे fund करेंगे? So I had this mentor known as Kumar Jumerwalia, and I just basically mentioned him कि भाई पैसा चाहिए, working capital type. So that was my first time in the drafting contest and all those kind of stuff. We got 80K.
For Tanya and me, Kumar was just like our godfather, whom we have never met. And the only stream of communication is Ansh. That's it.
भाई वो अलग ही
the kind of person that you hear about.
Yeah. Oh, Kumar ने किया, Kumar ने वो किया.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
But हाँ, तो वो वाला scene था. So we got drafted all those contests and got 80K from him. And like we used to use that for our stipends and all.
Yeah, so as soon as we received the grants, we gave 80K straight away to Kumar to reimburse all the money that we received initially for hiring. So yeah, that's that about it. And
उसके बाद पैसे दिए जो team members थे उनको.
Yeah, amount mention करूँ क्या?
नहीं, percentage बोल दो ना. So like basically. So like
I guess 30%.
हाँ.
Yeah, 30%. Okay, I remember.
हाँ.
क्योंकि हमारे बीच. So we had a conflict about this as well, right? With Tanya. So I sided with Tanya during that time because Ansh. So the thing about Ansh is he really improved at this, by the way, but previously he was terrible at communication. He just communicated to the developers कि we'll pay you 30% of the amount.
No.
And Tanya and I didn't know.
We were on a call and eventually decided to
it might be Tanya and मेरी fault as well कि हमने सुना नहीं होगा और it slipped off our minds, right? But we didn't know कि 30% जाने वाला है. And जब पैसा आया, we were so happy कि वैसे सा. And out of the blue, just like 1,20,000 we are paying it to the developers. And Tanya and I were like, are you serious? ऐसे इतना क्यों देना वगैरह वगैरह. We had a lot of grudges about this as well.
But the communication wasn't clear, even in TweepsBook.
Yeah, even during building our V3, the communication wasn't that good at all.
नहीं यार, उसका काफी improve हो गया. Like December, January में तो it was very very good.
Yeah.
But a good thing is that you recognize where you're making mistakes and you're admitting it and you're trying to improve.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, that is what happened. So the day came and we kept DMing one of the Twitter workers कि is there an event taking place on 16th November?
नहीं यार वो तो बहुत पहले हो गया, लाइक पता चल गया था कि इवेंट कैंसिल हो गया, तो
No.
अपन फिर 26 नवंबर को लॉन्च क्यों किए?
वो तो हमारी तरफ से डिले हुआ था ना,
नहीं, उसके पहले इवेंट कैंसिल हो गया था।
हाँ,
उसके पहले अपन को कंफर्मेशन मिल गया था कि द इवेंट इज कैंसिल्ड, तभी तो अपन ने बोला था कि भाई अभी इवेंट कैंसिल हो गया तो शांति से लॉन्च करते हैं।
Is it?
हाँ, सो दैट वाज द काइंड ऑफ स्टफ एंड लाइक बोला कि भाई चलो, तो उन लोगों ने बोला था मार्केटिंग करेंगे लोग, मार्केटिंग।
मैं तो दिमाग में I had visions bro, ऐसे बैनर्स होंगे and everything and they'll announce our names and the name of our product, but yeah, whatever.
It's okay, that's gonna happen soon too.
Whatever. So in the end we failed to raise money, like we contacted a lot of investors, reached out to a lot of folks, got on second third calls but didn't work out. And Twitter API was also like, very, very bad state. Like, kuch pata nahi tha. Yesterday, the Twitter API finally stopped working.
Yesterday?
Yeah. So.
Like yesterday?
Yeah.
20th?
Yes.
For real?
Yes. So yesterday, it finally.
So what's up with our product though? The one that is live?
I don't know. So.
Well, this is not going.
Okay, this is new. I didn't know.
Yeah, so it should show tweets, I guess, but it won't be able to import new bookmarks right.
Oh.
Yeah. So Twitter API, was dead. Like, paisa nahi, it was 49,000 per month. Like, zindagi mein paisa
49,000 per month?
Yes. 42,000.
For 500 requests.
42,000 per month. Sorry.
For 500 requests.
I don't really remember the exact numbers, but हाँ इतना वाला scene था.
Yeah.
So eventually we decided to so we listed on acquire.com for a certain price. Price was good. Eventually it was all going, and then Naina reached out to Aditya for internship, and basically she mentioned Aditya that she is the co-founder, and Aditya was very excited that they wanted to build this kind of stuff. So we drafted the contract on same day and eventually closed the deal. So that was the story of like 4 years.
Shout out to Aditya though. I think he believes in people a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Initially we were thinking of selling TweepsBook for like 100K.
Why do you want to make a fool of us right now?
I am ready. As much as I love TweepsBook, I feel like we did a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes.
So every startup is a mistake.
Yeah, definitely. So why not put it out?
बच्चा एक साथ में थोड़ा खड़ा नहीं सीख जाता है.
Why not put it out?
हाँ, तो गाड़ी लेने वाली थी, पता है ना?
TweepsBook बेच के तू गाड़ी लेने वाली थी?
Yeah.
What?
So like she told her कि भाई 100K में बेचेंगे अपन, तो 50 के मेरा, 50 के तेरा. मैं
No, 45.
अरे हाँ, 45, 55.
Mention ना how this ज़्यादा रहता है. So our equity distribution is 45:50, which is obviously very fine to me. But yeah, मैं इसको mention करती थी कि मेरे पास $45K आएंगे, I'll buy a car, I'll do this, I'll do that. I had a lot of plans, like a long list of plans.
हाँ, तो इसने बोला तो मेरे भी हो चुकी, मैं बोला बढ़िया है, अभी से इतना सारा पैसा आ जाएगा तो मैं तो एंजल इन्वेस्टिंग चालू कर दूंगा. That kind of stuff. I'll believe in myself. कुछ भी हो, like I can do it.
He believes so much. Yeah, I got इतनी false hopes during funding, during the months of November and December कि ये सब तो पैसा मिलेगा ही. I used to tell my mom, TweepsBook is what I'm gonna do. And हमारी इसमें भी conflicts होती थी. So since he's based out of Mumbai, I am based out of Delhi. I personally love Bangalore as a tech hub and everything. I used to tell him he will set up our headquarters in Bangalore, nowhere else. And he used to say, no, Mumbai ही होएगा, तेरे को मुंबई आना पड़ेगा. मैंने कहा मैं क्यों आऊँ? Why would I come to Mumbai? Bangalore होएगा तो सही है, because Bangalore mostly it's like an IT hub, right? कहते नहीं, अब तो मुंबई ही होएगा. We used to have a lot of fights about this.
I personally don't like Bangalore at all. Like literally.
Yeah, I've never been to Bangalore, but I know for sure I'm not gonna like that city.
Why so?
No,
See, I don't like Bangalore too. I mean, it's quite
like
expensive.
she's planning to leave Delhi for Bangalore. Man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Nana,
you know why I'm moving.
I love you, but
both of you know why I'm moving.
Yeah.
But yeah. See, Bangalore is not that good of a city to live in. For sure, it's quite expensive. But at the same time,
being cancelled on Twitter in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't care about Twitter.
Oh,
no, I do.
Seriously? Seriously?
Okay, I do. But I personally feel, see, honestly, a very personal bias comes in because I have my friends in Bangalore. Most of them are based out of Bangalore, and I have friends to hang out with. You have to, okay? I don't know about it. You have me. If you come to Bangalore, you have me, Tanya, a lot of friends. You have to.
Yeah.
So, how did you manage college and startups? Because I remember there was this one time we had a call with one of the angel investors, and you were taking the call. You were
Yeah.
leading the call in front of your professor.
Yeah, I
like your
wasn't
class
leading the
was
call.
going
Tanya
on.
was leading the call because I told her कि मेरी class
Yeah,
चलने
yeah,
वाली है.
yeah.
So this was this. I don't exactly. Okay, हाँ.
I
PA,
could
product
hear, I
analytics.
could hear his professor teaching.
So product analytics की class चली. It was a lab, and like you know,
Oh, you were in the class.
36 का आंकड़ा था मेरी टीचर के साथ, right? तो मैंने बोला मैं तो करूँगा भाई, मेरे लिए ये important है, क्लास से बाहर निकालना है, well and good, I don't care, वो वाला stuff था. तो मोबाइल ऐसे रखा था मैंने और सामने
Yeah.
क्लास चल रही.
This was the angle.
ये वाला
ऐसे, side angle.
तो
But
वाला
with the
scene.
serious call थी भी नहीं,
हाँ,
considering the
exactly.
kind of investor that
exactly.
person was.
But like my primary motive was कि भाई
DM me
college
for fee.
can F itself. Main thing is
Yeah.
You
because-
had your priorities straight.
yeah, priorities were clear.
So there were no
straightforward.
conflicts.
No conflicts. I still got decent GPA, like you know 3.2 out of 4, but
It's actually quite good.
हाँ,
Yeah,
तो,
it is.
Decent GPA.
तो
So grounded.
so वो वाला
So unlike
Sorry.
Ansh.
so ठीक है. अरे 3.2 is decent because like classmates like 3.5, 3.6, 3.8, 4.
तो वो TweepsBook नहीं build कर रहे थे ना.
हाँ, exactly.
I'm telling you, he did a lot of work at TweepsBook. I'm not gonna
So-
deny.
Yeah.
That he basically led TweepsBook.
तो वो वाला सीन था. And college का apart from that, like you know, there was this one time when, so actually for hiring purposes, I did 30 calls in 2 days, 15 minutes each, and like
Oh man.
my अभी भी मेरा ऐसा है, like you know,
I think Sarthak joined too, no, to help you out
I told him to assess this assignment, like he joined
Okay.
2 to 3 calls.
for the front end.
Yeah,
calls.
this was when we hired Gyana, when
Yeah.
one of the members
Okay,
we
okay.
removed.
Oh my God,
I
Gyana
know
तो लगी थी,
Gyana.
He joined.
Yeah, the Gyana in Fueled, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
you guys
But he
also
didn't
had
make it
this one
through, right?
person, Harry Prashant.
Yeah.
I know him.
How do you
No,
know?
yeah, I mean, so basically he's building Cocode website, right?
Oh.
So
wow.
yeah,
such a
so
small
I
world.
was
Sahi mein
talking
yaar.
to him, and I think I don't know why we started talking about you. I was like, yeah, there's someone called Nana, and he's like, Nana from TweepsBook. I was like, yeah. He's like, I used to work at TweepsBook. I was like, damn, what the heck?
Yeah, he's a great coder.
Actually, he was the one who led front end for us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's nice.
Gyana ka to scene is quite funny. So
Gyana joined, and 3 days later we
Yeah,
shut down
3
the
days
meetup.
later
We
we
shut the production
we
down.
sold.
Like we
Oh.
started.
We sold. Yeah.
But how is building TweepsBook now after it's been acquired, after you've got a lot of money to buy a car?
I wish.
Wish.
How's it going now?
It's very, very good right now. Like, and I'm working as a consultant right now.
Yeah,
To
and I'm
lead a
working
particular
as
product.
a product design intern, but it's
Yeah.
quite fun. I actually got so happy when I got to know that I'll work with Ansh yet again, and on TweepsBook. That's
Because
like
like we
cherry on
have
the
this
cake.
very, very good dynamic set between us. Like, you know, it's basically very, very unfiltered. Like nothing, zero professionalism at all. Like it's basically like, you know,
Don't say it in front of the camera. Aditya will fire us.
No, but it's good, no? When you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
be
and like it's
friends.
not only for this particular product. Should you mention that like what we are planning next is like we basically, if I have
Yeah, we have a lot of plans.
like
Zepto for
goods.
clothes, ONDC,
yeah, he's
etc.
told me about that.
Yeah,
so like if
we
if I'm
have
planning a
plethora of
startup,
plans.
Nana is my go-to co-founder
Same.
right now.
Yeah.
I'm just the kind of person I would want to work with again. Let me check my startup risk capacity also.
But yeah,
Yeah.
What I got from your story is that you had a lot of parental support. Your mom was in fact giving you ideas about when to launch your product so that it could get more users. Your dad has been supportive, I think. So what advice would you give to somebody who wants to do something similar to you, who is a 20-year-old, wants to get into business but does not have a lot of parental support?
I don't think, you know, I have insights from both the sides to understand what their POV really is. So, you know, every sort of advice that I give won't be very useful to them because I don't understand what they are going to write. But I have believed is that, you know, parents do come in your ways in certain things, right? Kuch bhi karna ho, like, you know.
Are you saying this in a negative
No.
way or
So
positive?
I'll tell you, right?
Yeah.
So, Mumbai, first year I was in PG and second year I was dead fixated on getting a flat.
Okay.
So मैंने बोला नहीं भाई flat तो मैं लेके रहूँगा. And the major reason is because I want to understand, you know, how to manage a flat, how do you manage the workers, how do you pay out rent, how do you pay out electricity bills, because अभी तक तो सब माँ बाप करते आ रहे हैं, right? तो मेरे को कभी सीखने को ही नहीं मिलेगा.
Yeah.
And like they have this thing कि भाई नहीं तू शांति से पढ़ वढ़ कर हम लोग सब देख लेंगे. मैंने बोला नहीं मैं तो लूँगा flat. And like even after, you know, like we had used, मतलब आप लोग को जो करना है कर लो, PG बुक कर लो, मैं तो flat लूँगा जा. So like that's the kind of
Very rebellious.
हाँ,
Love
so like
it.
I
As
have
you
this
should be.
rebellious stuff कि भाई नहीं, if I know कि हाँ this is good for me in the long term, I kind of focus towards that aspect कि हाँ भाई, and then I till the conversation कि भाई आप emotions छोड़ो, practicality देखो कि भाई practicality क्या है. So
Yeah.
I won't comment exactly on what they should do, but like if you have some sort of financial things to take care of, entrepreneurship won't give you that freedom to experiment stuff, because
Right.
basically you won't be able to, you will be earning nothing, right? So अगर family support करनी है तो it's on you have to figure out, right? You can maybe do it after you are 30, 35, because no time is late to start entrepreneurship. Like Ray Kroc from McDonald's started in in his 70s, right? So that doesn't really matter what kind of age it really is. So yeah, just practice stuff or build stuff on the side. You have to work your eyes off. Like there is no shortcut to it. I have been a huge supporter of hustling. Like there is a lot of chatter around Twitter कि भाई hustle, don't hustle, enjoy. I feel that once I have this personal stuff. I want to enjoy. I want to travel the world, and now I know that if I start traveling, I won't be able to build my startup, right? So I have this plan कि भाई मैं अभी startup build करूँगा और इतना पैसा कमाऊँगा कि I take a year long trip. So that's where like going in plan A, no plan B kind of. Right? Whatever it is, I'm going straight into the wall. I don't know. I don't care if I break my bones. I'm just going in, and I think that I'll break the wall. That's the kind of stuff that I have. So वो वाला stuff है. So whatever it is, if you have that dedication to work towards building a startup, you will have to figure out ways, because जिसके पास motivation, ambition होता है ना, they figure out ways to do it.
Absolutely. You also started investing at a very early age, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So
how did you get into investing, and what kind of mistakes did you commit?
At what age did you start?
18.
18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I also mention one thing? He also helped me in investing, and I invested my first 5,000 rupees recently.
Aww.
Yeah, he helped me a lot.
So yeah, so I was always into this, bada karna hai bhai. So my major motivation wasn't to buy materialistic stuff with the money I have, but to impact directly. Like, so Nvidia has the king of GPUs right now. Like, so Nvidia, if I tell a story about it, like Nvidia is creating an indirect impact. How? Nvidia के पास GPUs है. GPUs are being used by AI companies to build large language models, and how large language models will be used by multiple companies to in basically everything, from recording to content writing to everything, right? So that is indirect impact that Nvidia is creating. What I want to do is, I don't care if it's smaller than Nvidia, but I want direct impact. So Tata is basically like they employ lakhs of people, lakhs of people, but all these are direct impact. They are not big as Nvidia, but they have direct impact. So that's what I am aiming at, creating direct impact to the lives of people, and not indirect impact. That has always been my core motivation to whatever stuff I'm doing. Achha, to come back to the point of investing. So investing का basically, I actually got into this hype train कि भाई 5,000 invest करेंगे हर महीने, 35 साल तक बस 10-20 करोड़ रुपए हो जाएंगे, and all this kind of stuff.
25 दिन में पैसा double.
It actually is. But I think that's a good way to start off.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if you don't get behind it कि हाँ भाई पैसा लग रहा है इसके अंदर, you won't learn about those kind of stuff. So I started with my initial amount, bought HDFC small cap mutual fund, invested my 5K there, and I kept that 5K for I guess 6 to 7 months. And jumping back to another timeline, so I used to get 5,000 rupees per month in first year for my PG. मतलब PG में खाना पीना सब कुछ था, but 5,000 for my personal expense. उसमें से 3,000 में इन्वेस्ट करता था इन म्यूचुअल फंड्स और 2,000 रुपए खर्च करता था. हाँ. So that's the kind of stuff where आपसे investing चालू किया. And so the thing is, if you want to learn more about investing and finance, all those kind of stuff, you have to be actively involved on all those bases about how to what mutual funds are, what ETFs are, how it all works, how yield curve basically impacts your the entire stock market performance, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, अभी भी I don't look at it on daily basis, but पहले जब चालू किया था तब daily basis पे कि भाई कितना बड़ा ऊपर. So yeah, if you want to learn, get actively involved. Whatever it is, whatever you want to learn, सीख ले, एक बार YouTube video देख लिया, डालो पैसा अभी investing के अंदर.
Do your own research, guys.
And
do your own research. Yeah, do your own research. Whatever it is, don't listen to anyone. Literally anyone. Don't listen to anyone.
I listen to you. Just letting you know.
Yeah, obviously. But
don't listen to
just reminding him.
don't listen to anyone. किसी की भी मत सुनो जो देखा वीडियो. 500 रुपए लो, 500 रुपए से इन्वेस्टिंग चालू होती है. SIP करो 500 रुपए में, कुछ नहीं जा रहा 500 रुपए में तुम लोग. पिज्जा खा लो उतने का. So yeah, So once you get that initial amount, तुम देखोगे कि भाई हाँ ऊपर नीचे कितना गया, उसका मेंटेनर कौन है, उसके म्यूचुअल फंड इन्वेस्टर कौन है, what kind of distribution it is, like debt में है, equity में है, other है क्या, cash में, all this kind of. So yeah.
I think one of your main motivations has always been learning.
Yeah.
Right? But is it enough motivation? On a bad day, when you don't want to do anything, and your only motivation is that you want to learn.
Yeah.
How does that work out?
So that basically works out. That's where, my ambitions comes in. इतने छोटे बच्चे इतना कुछ करके बैठे, तू क्या कर रहा है, right? So that's when I push, like, so no, I'm not that into bodybuilding, right? Like ठीक है, basic exercise हो जाती है, I'm relatively fit. I used to play sports, used to play state for badminton, right? But वो को क्या बोलते, JEE वाली कोचिंग का जैसे रह गया, all kind of, छोड़ो वो सब. So but था, and like gym, right? Basically, so my gym routine during building TweepsBook, my entire routine was very, 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 very bad, right? College जाता था सुबह.
No, it was good. I think so.
No, it wasn't. मैं बताता हूँ.
Your sleep schedule was messed up, but gym wala, you used to go every day at 10 p.m.
No, not 10 p.m. 2 a.m. at night.
Yeah.
But you used to hit the gym every day.
Yeah.
Every day or most days?
Most days. And the motivation was, so the thing is, like, a lot of people mention that you can only focus on one stuff, that is health or their entrepreneurship. And false, right? So, like, the Telegram ka co-founder and like Nitin Kamath ki body, like he's basically like unicorn founder. So tu kyun nahi kar sakta that kind of stuff? So that's like every motivation is what am I doing compared to the rest. So that's the core motivation.
Compared to the rest.
Yeah.
But a lot of people say that comparison is bad. Comparison most of the times makes you feel bad. Let's say if someone else,
it makes you feel bad, but you do something to not feel bad, right?
Okay, so you...
Same like imposter syndrome. It's bad, but it motivates you.
Yes. That acts as a fuel.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Ansh, if you could go back in time, would you drop out and build startups full time?
No, so I wouldn't drop out, primarily because college was a very, very, big thing, as in I had this space to, because see, if you drop out, there will be phases where you won't be doing anything, right? As I mentioned, कि भाई 3 साल मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, right?
I so agree.
Yeah, so if you have that college ना, तो तुम्हारे पास एक freedom रहता है कि okay, I'm taking a break from all this stuff and like I can focus on chill out with my friends or like focus on education if you're into that kind of aspect. Because apart from that, if it didn't work out, college at least will get you a job, right? So that is.
Why do you think so? I don't think so. I think skills get you a job.
No, college can get you a job.
Depends on which college.
Yeah, exactly. But like for me, college was good.
My college won't get me any job.
Yeah, my college didn't give me a job either.
Because you pivoted like drastically.
Even if I had not pivoted, it would not give me even a $10,000 job. I could assure you. So, you don't do microbiology because you want to work.
Yeah, exactly.
You do it because you want to research.
We had this convo.
Yeah. We did not actually. We wanted to know the story, no?
वो तो अलग था कि how you transition to tech, but we had this conversation where we say कि भाई if you go into STEM, it's for research.
Yeah. Right. But we'll talk about that some other day.
So yeah, continuing on that aspect of why you should not drop out, because so college is basically like 8 hours at max, right? And what you can really do is, if you are into entrepreneurship, is just give an F to what education is and focus on what you want to do, right? Because pass on है at the end of the day. Like if you're preparing for a job, if you find out कि हाँ भाई job करनी है, you can give 2 to 3 months and prepare for interviews and all this kind of stuff. But do not quit college. Really do not quit college, because whatever it is, you are just using college as an excuse to not do stuff. So if you were motivated enough, you'd sleep less and then focus on stuff.
I have different opinions on this, but yeah, I get you. I feel like
college kind of gives you a safety net.
Yeah, safety net plus a backdrop from all the things, right? Like,
I think the pressure on you becomes really high when you drop out of college.
Yeah.
I do agree with Ansh on this. At times, I feel like I'm so bored of my general stuff, design and everything, and I just want to study. But in reality, I don't really have anything to study because my college is so chill in terms of studying. So I don't feel like studying. So, I talked to you about this, that I was planning on pursuing BCom honors, English honors. Just because I wanted to study.
I'll give you an analogy.
Oh, right? You miss studying so much.
Yeah, I miss studying.
I also miss studying.
I miss mugging up stuff.
Yeah, I can actually relate to that. Because it somehow is easier. No, it somehow is easier and familiar.
कुछ
You've done
भी
that
भाई
for 12
लगता कैसे
years.
मार लेते हो भाई तुम लोग?
तो चुप
तू
रह.
बहुत knowledge gain करता था.
हाँ भाई मैं तो पढ़ाई के लिए मैं नॉलेज के
I'll
लिए
take
करता
your
था.
test exam.
हाँ ले लेना भाई. So I'll give an analogy about how college being dropout. So imagine you're sitting on a chair, right? And the chair doesn't have any sort of back support, right? So if you drop out, you're constantly working and on your laptop, ठीक है एक chair है and like let's say I want to take a rest, पीछे कुछ support नहीं, if you take गिर जाओगे पीछे, right? College में you have that kind of back support कि भाई काम छोड़ा अभी I can take that. So that's the analogy I would use to figure out whether you should drop out or not.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. That puts a lot of things into perspective.
Yeah.
That's it for this podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching if you're on YouTube. And thank you so much, Ansh, for being here with us as our first guest. And we hope to see you here again, hopefully when your next startup blows up and you finally have a car.
I don't want a car.
Oh,
That's
Nana
my
wants a
dream.
car.
I
Yeah,
want a
whatever. When
bike.
Nana has a car.
Yeah, so thank you again for, bringing
Yeah.
me and bringing me as a host. And thank you, Aditya, for, doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
So it was really engaging and insightful.
Shout out to Aditya. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you for watching.
Bye, guys.